So piggybacking off the last video, where I briefly discussed leukemia and how I discovered that I was being affected by this disease. So some of the symptoms that I was having that really sent me to the emergency room, to urgent care, I think it was 3 consecutive weeks. I can recall having really bad nosebleeds, out of nowhere. My nose would just start bleeding. And then there were headaches. I pretty much functioned with a migraine, all the time. And then there were things like really, really bad night sweats. I would have bouts where I would be freezing, with my teeth, chattering, when it's just frigid. And I would go from freezing to I would break out in a crazy sweat, a really bad night sweat. And then I would have what I call a flash flu, where I felt like I had the flu for a day and then it would just go away. And I kept, talking to my primary care doctor about why am I always sick? And his response, unfortunately, was, well, some people just get sick all the time. And of course, that did not work for me because that didn't make any sense. So as time progressed, I remember my nose broke out with some really bad dark spots, which was an indication, the bruising of the platelets that had dropped. And I can recall not being able to get out of bed because my upper body was stiff as a board. I literally couldn't get out of bed. I had to fling myself out of bed with my lower body. I could barely, pass a piece of paper or anything because my upper body was just so stiff. And then the final straw was I woke up one morning and my neck was swollen, huge, Professor Clump. And my tonsils looked to be asymmetrical and they were swollen. So it was clear that my immune system wasn't having something, something was going on. And that's when I went to the hospital and we did the blood work, and they found all the blast cells. And it was so emergent that I couldn't even drive home. They had the ambulance to come and get me from one hospital to take me to another where they treat blood cancer. So, I was a person who worked out 4 times a week. I did not have a trash diet, even though I wasn't vegan, but I'm not somebody who eats trash food, like McDonald's and shit and stuff like that. I was on my supplement game, the sea moss, the bladderwhack, the zinc, you name it, juicing regularly, and I still got blood cancer, leukemia. Unfortunately, we live in a carcinogenic world. The cigarette smoke, benzene, it's the, smoke emitting from cars, more planes, the chemicals in the food, all the food, the pesticides, the hormones, you name it. We have created an environment or world where we are nurturing diseases, namely cancer. And so this is what I'm going through as a result. And as I stated before, I fully intend to come out on top. I believe that is God's plan for me. I believe that is God's will. I believe that I will have a long, healthy life. That's my prayer. And so I just wanted to share some of that with you guys, in case some of y'all are wondering, like how I discovered, what led up to the findings. So yeah, just, take care of yourself as best as you can. But even that, sometimes things happen, is all I can say. So keep me lifted up in prayer. Send good vibes my way. And